Good. All right. 3, 2, 1. Hey!
The snow is snowing, the wind is blowing, but I can weather the storm.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Hannah, and today I'm back on my channel to film another video for you guys, and today's video is going to be another advice video. But today's advice video is going to be on a topic that I love to talk about on my channel, and I feel like I haven't talked about it in way too long. It's been a hot minute since I've done a video on this topic, so today I'm going to be doing another period advice video. Yes, you guys, by your request, I am bringing back the period advice video. So today I'm going to be doing a video on the things nobody tells you about starting your period, and this is a video that I actually haven't seen a lot on YouTube, and I think it's really important to make a video like this because there are so many things that I did not know or had no idea about when I was starting my period. If I would have been informed about these things a little bit earlier, I think it would have made my period experience a lot smoother when I was younger. So today I am here to inform you guys on all of the things that nobody really tells you when you're first starting your period. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get into it. So the first thing, and one of the biggest things that nobody really tells you when you're starting your period, is that there isn't just blood that comes out when you're starting your period. There can also be like clear discharge, and this will often happen before you get your period. Maybe like a week to a few days before your period actually starts, you'll often see like clear discharge in your underwear, and you might think like, what the heck is this? You might be like, is it pee? Did I pee myself a little bit? That's not what it is. I think a lot of girls are like, what the heck is this? Because it's not blood and I have no idea what it is. Like, what is in my underwear? It's just discharge. It's totally normal. So another thing that nobody tells you, and I think this is something that a lot of girls are like weird about when they're first starting your period, is that nobody can actually see your pad. I promise you, when you are wearing a pad, I know when I first started wearing pads, I wasn't sure that people could see them through my pants. Nobody can see your pad. Like literally nobody can tell you're wearing a pad. Even with like the giant thick ones that you think are gonna look like diapers, nobody cares. Like honestly, nobody can see your pad. It's not a big deal. Don't even worry about it. All right, so the next thing nobody tells you is that toxic shock syndrome is actually really rare. Now, I definitely don't want to downplay like how dangerous toxic shock syndrome is, because it is really dangerous and you definitely don't want to risk it. But if you accidentally leave your tampon in for like a day or maybe like overnight, it's not gonna kill you. Like to get toxic shock syndrome, you would probably have to leave in a tampon for like multiple days on end. So don't worry if you leave your tampon in overnight or during the day, just change it as fast as possible. If you realize that you left a tampon in too long, just change it as fast as you possibly can. Get to a bathroom, change it. It's no big deal. All right, so something that I definitely learned when I first started having my period, and this is something that some people told me and some people didn't, but I feel like this is also something that a lot of people downplay when talking about your periods, is that cramps can really hurt. Cramps are a real thing, guys. They are not a myth. Period cramps are actually real, and they can really hurt. I know some girls have them really bad at the end of their period or during the middle. Mine happen to come the very first and second day, and they are awful, let me tell you. But there are definitely ways that you can deal with your period cramps. A lot of girls take Tylenol. I personally take Midol. It's a drug that is like specifically made for period cramps and pains like that. It really does help. I always take it like a day before I know I'm gonna get my period, and it really just kind of helps, you know, dull the pain of those cramps. And don't let people tell you that period cramps don't hurt, because if anybody has cramps, you guys know they hurt. All right, so the next thing nobody definitely told me about having my period, and this might be something that seems like a little TMI to you guys, but I figured I would just say it anyway because this is something that nobody really told me and I kind of had to figure it out on my own. When you have your period, there can be kind of like a scent that comes with your period. I think it's kind of obvious. I mean, you are literally bleeding out of your vagina, so there is going to be a scent kind of like surrounding that. So definitely when you're on your period, you might want to carry like more deodorant with you or perfume with you just to kind of like combat that scent. Now, another thing that might seem kind of obvious when talking about your period, but also something that nobody really ever mentions to you, is that sneezing and coughing on your period are actually the worst. And if any of you guys are girls out there and have your period, you will know that you try to avoid sneezing as much as possible on your period, because you sneeze one time and literally it is just a flood. Whenever I have to sneeze during my period, I always try to like hold it in. I make that weird face that's like, looks like you're kind of like having issues, but it's really just me trying not to sneeze because I don't want everything to just like come out. Sounds really gross. It is kind of gross, but it's just the truth. It's just the fact of the matter. sneezing sucks on your period. And then 2 other things that will probably happen to you on your period that people might not warn you about is that you will ruin at least 1 pair of underwear, and you also will probably ruin your sheets at least 1 time during your period. It's totally normal, don't worry about it. Something I always do is when I'm on my period, I always carry an extra pair of underwear with me at school and a bunch of pads and a bunch of tampons. Honestly, the whole point of this video is to like just be prepared for your period, so definitely bring an extra pair of underwear with you to school, extra pads, extra tampons, like anything you need. Even if you're not on your period, honestly, it's just a good idea to carry them around, because you will come into a situation where a girl needs a tampon or a pad and you will just feel like such a good person for having one to give her. And then the last thing that people might not tell you about your period is that you might not always be regular. Now, this is a question that I feel like I get a bunch in the comments in my period videos, is it normal to be irregular? And the answer to that is it is completely normal, especially when you are first starting your period. For the first year of your period, you are probably going to have like very erratic periods. For like even the first year to 2 years of your period, having irregular periods is very normal because your body is still trying to get used to being synced up. Always just try to be prepared, carry pads with you, carry tampons with you, carry extra underwear with you. It might even be a good idea if you're in like middle school or high school to put an extra pair of pants in your locker just to be safe, you know. It's always a good idea, and I've definitely had things happen at school that I didn't want to, and I wasn't prepared, and it wasn't so that was the entire video, and I hope it helped you guys in some way. If you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a big old thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe. It lets me know that you like my content and you want to see more. As always, leave in the comments suggestions that you guys would like to see for future advice videos. You guys are the subscribers, and I want to talk about what topics you guys want to hear about, so leave in the comments down below what advice topics you would like to hear about next time. I hope you guys are having an amazing morning, day, night, or whenever time you're watching this video. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!